Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video is a bit different. I have a self-improvement tier list that I'll be going over, and I want to share my opinions and my thoughts about most of the habits that are on this list, and I'll be ranking them from things that are essential to you to things that are overrated in my opinion and that haven't yielded me any results. So without any further ado, let's get this video started. And note that I've been on self-improvement for over 3 years now, and I've been doing most of these habits or somewhat experienced most of them, and I'll be ranking them in this video from worst to best. So let's get it. Okay, I think I should be set. I don't know how long this video will take. Maybe it's a long one because I have a lot of habits that I want to be discussing, and this is the list. It goes from super necessary, which are things that you should definitely consider when on self-improvement, and it goes all the way down to things that you don't need, so which are things that in my opinion don't hold much benefit and people still consider them to be a part of self-improvement. And overrated are things that a lot of people hype up on the internet and actually tell you to be in them, but even though I also think that they don't have much benefit to you. And last thing is don't know. So these are things that I haven't tried or I haven't had a chance to experience. And yeah, let's get this ball rolling. And the first thing here is a healthy diet. That's going straight to the top. And a healthy diet is something that you should definitely be considering, especially if you're trying new things in your life. And the way that you eat and the way that you put things into your system and to your body is gonna reflect the way that you feel and you perform in life. And what I mean by this is if you eat a lot of processed sugars, a lot of processed food, this is going to impact the way that you will be performing in the next day and in your overall lifestyle in general. And being able to actually know what you're eating, such as tracking your macros, your nutrients, and going into detail and to what you are eating, not just eating to survive, but eating for a purpose, not for pleasure. This is gonna have a tremendous effect on your life and the way that you're going to look and you're going to feel and you're going to perform into your day-to-day life. So this is why I put it in the top. I think that having a good diet and knowing what you are actually eating is something that is going to change your life, and there's no other way around it. The second thing here is cold showers, I believe, and this is, I would say, okay, and a lot of people hype this up on the internet, so I want to put it on overrated, but I know a lot of people that still do it and claim that it holds a lot of benefits to them. I think it's more of a mental thing because you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, which is showering with cold water. And I don't think you will be able to clean yourself as much if you shower with cold water, especially if you live in a cold country already. And I've tried doing cold showers every now and then, but I mean, it depends on the weather because, you know, I live in a very cold country and I don't feel that having cold showers is essential. Maybe I'll catch a cold if I go outside after having a cold shower, and I don't want this to happen. And this is why I put it in okay. I don't think it will change your life, but it's a good thing to have a mental fortitude and tell yourself that, yeah, I will be going through something really challenging, which is exposing myself to the cold, especially when you wake up in the morning. I do believe that it has advantages because it gives you like increased energy, but I don't think it's that life-changing. Next up, we got a good posture. A good posture is important. I think that the way you carry yourself, especially when you are walking around and going through your day-to-day life, it's just going to change the way that you present yourself. And having a good posture, shrugging your shoulders to the back, and walking with confidence, this is going to change your life eventually. Other thing about the posture is that it's going to make you avoid a lot of pain and back pain, especially if you are working sitting down and in an office or something like that. It's going to avoid you a lot of problems, and which is pretty much essential to you. The next thing is social media and quitting social media, and that's something that I have already done, and I've went like 2 years without any social media at all, not using any, like just WhatsApp, not using Instagram, not using anything that basically lets me know what other people are doing in their lives. And I would say it's a good thing if you are using social media to consume, but once you start using social media to create, It's super necessary. It's something that is really important to you. And a lot of people fall into the trap when it comes to social media, that they use it just to scroll through reels or see what other people are doing. And this is the wrong way to use social media. You want to be creating things and putting them out there. So whether you are creating videos, you are creating reels, you are just portraying yourself to the world. And we live in a world where everyone is connected. Everyone wants to let other people know what they are doing through their lives, and social media is a great way to project yourself into the world, especially nowadays. So if you would go back 20 years ago, when when social media didn't exist, and basically everyone had flip phones, you did not need to use any social media because it was like something secondary. But I do believe that primarily today, and especially in our times, social media is really important, especially if you are being a creative person. You are using it in a productive way. So I would say quitting social media is overrated, in my opinion. You don't need to quit social media if you are using it properly. But if you are consuming and just wasting hours watching reels and wasting your time, this is when social media is going to be destructive to you, and it's going to be wasting your time, and you want to be avoiding it. But if you are portraying to the world what you're about, what you think, the person that you truly are, social media is a powerful tool that you can be using, and it has also the potential of changing your life and turning it into a business one day. And next up, I got sleep. Sleep is also super necessary. I put it next to food because this is essential human needs. This is basic human needs. So if you're staying up late playing video games or wasting your time, catching up on some sleep and getting 8 hours of sleep every night is going to be crucial to you, especially if you want to be energized and boost your productivity the next day. And it also holds a lot of health advantages. So having 8 hours of sleep is crucial, and I do believe that every night you should be aiming to get 8 hours of sleep, nothing less, and that's the way it is. The next thing, I believe it's taking narcotics, and I have no idea about this. I never tried it, and I don't have any interest in doing so. And this one is about breathing properly, and I think it's good. So it's about focusing on your breath and focusing on breathing through your nose instead of your mouth. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. This is something that is going to make you feel more relaxed and more in tune with yourself. And I believe it's a good thing, but it's not going to be crucial and changing your life. So I believe it's something that will make you feel better about yourself from the inside, because you know that you are breathing properly, but it's not gonna make you Superman. So yeah. Next up, I got the spa and the sauna, and this is also important in my opinion. This is something taking care of your well-being, whether you're going to get a massage, to going to a spa, going to using the sauna. This is all about your well-being. It's going to make sure that your body is in harmony with itself, and once you start feeling good, you're going to have a better mindset, and you're going to look at your life in a better way, and it's going to boost your productivity. This is something important. If you have access to a spa or to a sauna, definitely go for it. You don't want to go overboard with it. You just need to do it once or twice a week. I think it's enough. And I usually do it after the gym, and this is a way that makes you feel more connected to your body and to yourself, because you know, today it just feels that everyone is so disconnected from themselves, because most of your attention is put on external things. But things like the sauna, like the spa, will make you be introspective of yourself and sit with yourself for, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes in the sauna, focusing on your breath. This is going to make you introspective about all the thoughts that you have going on through your head, and has the potential to change your life. So it's really important. And this, I believe, it's watching Self-Improvement YouTube. So this is a picture of Hamza, and I would say you don't need to be watching it, because you know, a lot of people start talking about how you should live your life and give you advice online, even though they don't know what situation you are in. So if you are seeking advice, go to someone who actually knows you in real life, where they can give you some life advice that is custom made for you. So you don't want to be watching YouTube videos about some random person telling you how to change your life. And I'm not talking about Hamza personally, I'm just talking about all these self-improvement YouTubers in general, because most of them don't know where you're at in life, don't know what situation you are in, and start giving advice randomly and talking about things in general. But if you want to have some personalized advice, you have to go to someone who actually knows you and someone you really trust in real life. And I'm not taking shots at anybody, but a lot of people in the self-improvement world, they just create videos and talk to the camera, even though they don't know your situation, they don't know where you are at in life, and you start idolizing these people. This is why I believe that you don't need to be consuming a lot of self-improvement content, because most of self-improvement is action rather than just listening to someone talk to you or telling you how to live your life, even though they don't know about your existence, but you are still taking their advice, which is something extremely wrong in my opinion. You need to take advice from people who actually know you, who know your situation, and that are willing to give you advice that you can start putting into your real life, instead of just talking to a million random person and giving them basically the same advice over and over, because every person is different, every person has their different struggles. It just gets to the point where it gets super repetitive, especially on YouTube, where most of the people are repeating the same message over and over. And don't get me wrong, if you are someone who has never been on self-improvement and you just heard about it for the first time, watching this type of content might be beneficial to you. But if you are going to take it serious, you are going to have to get out of your room, stop watching YouTube, and just go out and experience the real world for yourself. And this is my opinion on mostly self-improvement YouTubers. Next up, I got going for walks. This is important. You have to connect with nature. In my opinion, if you go outside and expose yourself to just a breath of fresh air, it's going to make you more inspired. And especially nowadays, because we are living in a world where we just stay under artificial lights, we need to go outside, walk in nature, maybe connect to earth, touch some grass, and there's nothing wrong with that. And just be alone with your thoughts. Leave your phone at home, leave your earphones at home, and just walk by yourself. You'll be amazed of the things that you can really discover from yourself. And next up, I got alcohol and avoiding alcohol. I think it's important also. I haven't had any drink since 2015, and it's a vow that I've promised myself that I would never do again. And I really had bad experiences with alcohol. I wasn't addicted to it, but I had a bad experience, and then I chose that I don't want to be relying on it to have confidence or to be able to be my true self. I want to be in control of my actions and of myself 24/7, and it just doesn't taste good for me. I don't like it. I think it's just a cope method if you want to approach someone at a party or in a social situation. It just lessens up the tension that is already built up, or if you have social anxiety. I want to be able to approach anyone without having any fears or not relying on any substance to loosen up the mood, you know. I want to be myself 24/7, and I believe that alcohol is just an illusion. It just gives you the feeling that, yeah, you can do anything. This is why when most people are drunk, they make stupid decisions. So I want to be able to avoid these stupid decisions consciously, or if I want to do a stupid decision, I will do it willingly. I don't want a substance to push me into doing things that I don't want to be doing, if that makes sense. So that's everything I have to say about alcohol. Next up, the gym. This is super necessary. This is something that will literally change your life. And if you've already seen my channel, you know how much I like the gym and how much I like to train. It's a part of my day-to-day activities. I need to be training at least 1 hour a day. Every 24 hours, I need to go to the gym at least once. And it's just a way that you can take off all of the pressure of the day, and you can really take out your frustrations, whether you're sweating, you feel your heart pumping, and you start looking better, you start walking in a different way, you start carrying yourself in a different way, and it's just something that money cannot buy. And this is the beauty of it, because most of the things that you want, you can actually go on Amazon or go to a store and buy them, and then you'll be fulfilled. But this is the only one thing that no matter how much money you have in your bank account, you cannot buy. So let's say you're a millionaire and you have a lot of money, you cannot buy a six-pack. Maybe you can buy things that will eventually lead you to this path, but you're going to have to put the effort in yourself, and this is the beauty of it. Anyone can do it. There's no barrier to entry, and this is how I believe that the gym is something that will change your life, and it's going to change the way that you perceive yourself. If you are weak, if you are skinny, if you are overweight, it will make you become a strong person and start looking at yourself in the mirror in a different way, and it will allow you to love yourself much more, even though it might sound egotistical, but you will be proud of yourself. You'll be walking around knowing that you are putting in the work, you look your best, and you are not a lazy person, you are disciplined, you are ready to go through hardship, and it shows that you have been enduring, you are putting in the discipline, you are putting in the work in order to get in shape. And this is something that a lot of people respect, and you're just going to create this aura about yourself. When you walk in a room and you are jacked, people are going to look at you different, you are going to demand respect. When you walk in, people are going to look at you and know that you are not a lazy person, you are not letting yourself go, and this is going to create a sense of pride in yourself, and this is eventually what will change the way that you look at yourself and the way you operate in real life. So this is why I think the gym is super necessary, and I put it on top, and I'm even gonna put it in front of the diet, even though eating is important. But I do believe that training and taking yourself to the gym is the number one thing that you can do right now. Next up, we got stopping cigarettes and nicotine. So I will say I don't know, because I was never addicted to nicotine, or I never was a smoker. I used to smoke on occasions, but I never carried a cigarette pack. So I have no idea if you might be a person that smokes, if it's going to ruin your life. I've lost my grandfather to lung cancer because he was a heavy smoker. I do believe that it holds advantages to quit cigarettes, but on the other hand, a lot of people say that smoking cigarettes will increase your testosterone. So I have no idea about this topic, and I don't smoke personally, so I cannot give my opinion on this. Next up I got is NOFAP, and NOFAP, in my opinion, it's overrated, especially online. A lot of people hype it up and create Reddit forums and talk about how they haven't fapped in over a year. And I mean, if you are a person who is struggling with this, then good for you. Okay, you are improving yourself in that way. But if you are a normal human being that does it maybe once in a month, I don't think there's nothing wrong with you. And it's just a part of being a human. You need to release every now and then. And I don't believe that it's something that has the impact that a lot of people claim. Maybe some people say that I feel that I'm an elevated human being when I abstain from it. I honestly have no idea about its benefits, even though I've went maybe 6 months or maybe 7 months without even thinking about it, because once you have a busy schedule, you are really focused on getting shit done instead of sitting down and fapping and pleasing yourself. So I would say just change the way that you look at your life and the way you look at your time, and then you will find yourself not even thinking about these things. And that's everything I have to say about this topic. And next up I have is social circle, and this is super necessary, especially if you're trying to improve. You need to be surrounding yourself with people that are also on the same mission and on the same path. So for example, for me, I like to train at the gym, so I surround myself with people who actually want to train and want to improve themselves. So whether they are personal trainers, people that do calisthenics, power lifters, a lot of people from various areas. I really feel that once I connect with these people, I am able to learn from them. And I'm able to be productive through their company and learn something new from them every day. And this goes also with social media and content creation. So I also follow on Instagram, for example, people that also create content trying to improve themselves and trying to spread a good message. This is inspirational, and this is going to make you a part of a community, because once you're on self-improvement, there's this myth that you want to be alone, and there's this lone wolf mentality, because you have to grow in silence, and no one knows you more than you know yourself. And this is somewhat true, but you have to be linking up with people that are on the same path as you, because as much as you think that you are special, there are also people that are also on the same path, and sharing the same values with similar individuals is going to make you grow and elevate together. You might push yourself to improve every day. So if you're not feeling to go to the gym that day, maybe your friend will call you and will tell you, hey, let's go for a lift, and then you're motivated to go, for example. And this is how I believe that surrounding yourself with people on the same mission is really important, and I put it in the super necessary. Next up, I got reading, and as you can see, I got my books over there, and I will put reading in the super necessary area. And the reason I put reading in the super necessary category, it's because I believe that once you start reading things that you can apply to your life, reading becomes a life-changing activity. Most of people read, and I'm not judging anyone, you can read anything you want, but most of them read fiction or things that just are for entertainment. But once you can get a hold of books that can really help you change your life, and things that you can apply, such as body language books or sociology or psychology books, these are things that will elevate the way that you operate in the world, and things that are tangible and make you a much more fulfilled human being, because you are learning from experts that have taken time out of their lives to create a book. And writing a book is not easy, and being able to read a book maybe twice or three times in order to understand what the author really is talking about, and knowing how to apply it into your day-to-day life, it's something really, really life-changing. This is why I put it in the super necessary category, because I do believe if you have the right book, if you are not reading like random bullshit, that has the potential of changing your life. Next up, I have jogging or doing cardio, and I think it's good. I used to neglect cardio, but recently I've started jumping rope and learning how to do tricks on the jump rope, and it really showed me how frail my cardio is, and that I need to be working on it, because I've been really focused on just lifting heavy weights, and doing cardio is really important to you. And I would also put it in the important part, because doing cardio is going to make sure that you are ready to be at your best in different situations. So if you need to run fast, for example, you'll be able to do it and not get tired as fast. And the next one is meditation. And I mean, I would put it next to the cold shower. It's okay. People have said that this is life-changing. I tried doing meditation, but it's just something that isn't for me. So if it's something for you, cheers to you. And I don't know, maybe you unlocked a different level than I did. And maybe you've been doing it for a longer time that I have done it. But I tried doing it for 20 minutes, and you just sit there and focus on your breath. As something that isn't for me, I wasn't able to do it. And yeah, that's everything I have to say about meditation. Weed, I don't know, I never tried it. And this one is about journaling, and I think journaling is important. I'll put it in the important part, because writing down what you want to accomplish, what you want to fulfill in your life, it's really important, and it's something that you have to be doing, especially when you journal. You write things down with the date, and then you can look back at the date and really understand the way that you've been feeling. So I haven't been journaling that much lately, but I have a full journal from 2021 until 2023 that I was journaling every day. It was two notepads, which are right here, and I just write about various things that go through my mind, whether it's about creating videos or changing my gym routine, or writing goals, or maybe being grateful about things that I have in my life. I think journaling is really powerful, and during journaling you'll be able to take your thoughts and you will put them in a way that you'll just give them shape, and then you can come back to them, because the things that you have felt, for example, 1 week ago, you might not remember the feeling, but if you wrote about it and then you can get back to it and read it, you can not only track your improvement, but you'll be able to know how far you've come since that point. You were feeling down and low last week and you wrote about it, and this week you're feeling better. You can read and just self-reflect and ask yourself, why was I feeling like that? And what was the change that I did that had helped me to go out of the situation? And this is how you start building up the habit of journaling, and you'll be able to improve yourself. And that's my opinion on journaling. The next one is gratitude journaling. I would put it next to journaling. It's also important, but it has like a different way to it, because you'll be asking yourself, what am I grateful for? Whereas when you journal, you can just freestyle anything that you want. And I believe they are complementary to one another. So this is why I put both of them in the important category. This one, I have no idea what it is, The next one is setting up goals, and you can set up goals through journaling. This is why I'll put it also through important, and I've already talked about this during journaling. You can set up goals and see how far you've come to achieving those goals. So I would put journaling, gratitude journaling, and setting up goals in the same bracket. The next one, I have no idea what it is. This one is stretching, and stretching is good. You have to do stretching, especially if you are getting older. So a lot of young guys don't stretch, or maybe do it for 2 minutes and then start lifting weights, which is okay. You won't feel it, but you will feel it later. So right now at 27, I'm not that old, but I really think that stretching can avoid me injuries or make me feel better about myself in the future. This is why I put it in even in the important category, because not only good, it's really important to be able to stretch. So now every time before my gym session, I would dedicate 15 to 20 minutes just to do stretchings, especially on lower body days. So for the legs, I would stretch my hamstrings, my quads. I would lay on the ground and just make sure that the blood is flowing before I would go out and put intense strain on my muscles. And next one, I have no idea. The next up is smiling. I mean, smiling is okay. You don't need to smile, but it's a good way to show the world that you are happy and you are a positive person, even though I think it's not that important, but you're just going to come off as a warmer person. But I mean, it's good to start conversations with other people, but when it comes to changing your life, I don't think just walking around with a smile and being always happy is the way to do it. Hydration and drinking water, super necessary. Of course, drinking water and always staying hydrated. I have to drink water also. I've been talking for 30 minutes. This is probably my longest video. I don't know if you're watching it right now, but if you're still watching, you're a real one. Okay. This one I have no idea. Video games and quitting video games. Well, this one is special because ever since growing up, ever since I was a young child, I used to play video games. My first video game was Grand Theft Auto, I believe, the old one, the Vice City one. And I think quitting video games, I would put it like in the okay category, or even you don't need to quit if you're not doing it that frequently. So I would put it in the don't need. So if you're not addicted to it, same thing with alcohol, same thing with nicotine, same thing with fapping, same thing with social media. Everything you're not addicted to, where you're in the point where you miss out on social events, or you would rather stay at home and do these bad activities instead of going to the gym, for example, then here you have a problem. But if you're doing it sparingly, and I know a lot of people say that now you have to quit video games, and I mean, if it's bringing you pleasure, you can do it once a week, twice a week. I mean, you're a grown person, and you can, take your time and put it into things that are productive. And when it's time to just chill and relax, you can choose whatever you want to do. There's no proper or wrong way to do it, in my opinion. It all depends on the person that you are and how much you are allocating time to doing these activities. And I wouldn't say these are bad activities. They are just purposeless activities. You are leveling up in video games, you are maybe jerking off, you are smoking weed, you are drinking alcohol. These are destructive things if you do them in excess, but if you do them sparingly, I think they're just an okay thing to do. I don't have a hard stance against them, or people that say that you have to quit everything and you have to be a monk, because eventually I've been there. I didn't have a problem playing video games. I didn't have a problem fapping. I didn't have a problem with alcohol or nicotine. And I would treat myself, after watching YouTube videos on self-improvement, as if I was addicted to them. And I would say that now I need to quit them. I need to stay away from them. They are ruining my life, even though they weren't ruining my life. They were just a small part of my week or my month even. So everything you do sparingly, it's okay. If you do it in excess, you have a problem, then you need to cut it off. And if you want to cut off a bad habit, you don't do it immediately, because you will eventually crack. You have to do it sparingly. So let's say you play video games every day and you want to reduce this amount. So instead of playing video games 7 days a week, say I'm going to play video games 5 days a week. And then eventually the next week you will do it 3 times a week. And eventually you will do this activity because you want to do it, not because you need to do it. And there's a huge difference between wanting something and needing something. Needing comes from a place where of necessity, where you are craving for a pleasure or for a feeling that you get from playing video games, whereas wanting to play something or wanting to do an activity because you genuinely desire to do it, and it doesn't come from a place of neediness or a place of addiction. So yeah, once you get this in your mind, I think you're good to go. Love and relationships, I think it's a good thing because eventually you have to find love in your life. You can't stay alone. Even though a lot of people say that through self-improvement, I will find the right person and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, through self-improvement, you will become a better version of the person that you are, and you might possibly attract a person that you might not have ever dreamed of attracting because you didn't put in the work. But I think it's really, really that life-changing if you find your partner. So if you find it along the way, then okay, good for you, but don't make it a main focus that I'm seeking love right now. Seek productivity, seek growth, seek things that are actually tangible in your life that you can start building little by little. And then if you find the right person, then you can start building together. And that's my stance on relationship. Sunlight or vitamin D, this is super necessary. I've already spoke about this when I talked about being stuck in an office and not going for walks. You have to get some sun, and having sun not only is going to make you more energized, it's going to fill you up with vitamin D. There's a lot of benefits in sun, and it's really important. And now I have supplementing with vitamins and stuff like that. This is also super necessary, and you're not going to feel it straight away. You're going to feel it on the long term. And I've already made a video talking about the supplements that I take and the vitamins. And it's not a crucial part of your life, but it's something that you just do for 10 seconds, maybe take some vitamins and then go through your day. And on the long term, you're going to feel the difference. Waking up early, I would say waking up early is okay because you can still get shit done if you wake up late. It's not like a rule. If you wake up at 10 a.m., then you can't do anything. It's just the way that you have optimized your life. Maybe you go to bed late, then you can't wake up early. Just aim to get 8 hours no matter when you go to bed, and then if you wake up early, that's great. I like to wake up early because it just feels that the whole world is sleeping and I'm able to take care of myself. It just gives me power personally. I just feel that it's the proper way to do it, especially when you wake up at around 5 a.m. when you beat the sun and you just feel that you are in control, especially when you tell yourself that I want to wake up at 5 a.m. and then you do it. It's a good feeling. But anything other than that, it's okay. You can wake up at any time you want, but just make sure that during your day you are productive. You're not slacking off. And I have no idea what this is. 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 And I have no idea what this is. And the last one is Discord. I would say Discord is okay if you are trying to network with people similar to you or on the same trajectory or path as you. Discord can help you communicate with people, but the best way to do it is go outside and meet people in the real world. So that's my honest take on the whole video. If you want to self-improve, you don't do it by watching a video on YouTube. You do it by going outside to the world and actually showing up for yourself and creating something. So that's everything I had to say. I hope you made it this far. I don't know, this is the longest video I've ever made, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button. Write down in the comments what you felt while watching this video, and give me your opinion, and just let's discuss about self-improvement. Maybe you might disagree or agree with me. Make sure you let me know in the comment section, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
And I've been counting days to get away.